For those of you who don't know me, my name is Royce the 5'9". I represent Detroit. I'm also a member of a group called Slaughterhouse. I'm also a member of a group with the legendary DJ Premier called Prime.
Thank you for watching episode 4 of Press Pass, where we take a look at some of the live shows from some of your favorite artists, known and unknown, and critique them on a round of applause basis, 1 to 5, 5 being the best. Once again, I am Calvin, and I'm your photographer. So as always, here we take a first look at the venue. This time we were at Trees, which is one of the most well-known spots in Deep Ellum for throwing hip-hop shows. Really one of my favorite places to shoot at as well. They've gotten better over time. I used to hate the lighting at Trees, but they've gotten much better over time. Really good for photographers going in there looking to shoot. I will say at times it does get kind of bright and the light does hit you right in the face. It will make you cry if you get hit in the face with the light. Don't get hit in the face with the light. I like security at Trees. They're pretty big up front. Once you get in, pretty lax. They're still around, but you won't get too much trouble out of them. So my only downside to Trees, and I've been saying this for a long time now, they have this big like pole that's in the middle of the crowd. I don't understand why it's right there, and they always have the nerve to put an industrial sized trash can right next to it. It just takes up way too much space. It's really in an awkward space. I think it may be like something that they need for the structure to really stand up, but it's really in a bad place. I don't like it, but that's neither here nor there. That's just my personal preference. You can always move to a different side. So next we take a look at our promoter, Premier Live. As you know, I am the official photographer, and we killed it again. Yeah, we were on time. I say we were probably about 15 minutes behind, but 15 minutes at a concert is pretty much on time in my opinion. So I was very pleased with that. I still showed up late. Didn't get to see all the openers, but that's okay. I still rocked with what we had going on. We had good openers. We were on time. We didn't allow a lot of people on stage. Also, there was something new this time around. Premier actually just got a deal with Swisher. So if you were outside of the venue, you looking to get your smoke on, they did have the Optimos ready to roll for $1. And I'm not saying like 4 actual, no, I'm talking about 4 packs for $1. So you could get down with the get down. That's how you get down. That's how I get down. Yeah. So next we take a look at our opening acts. As previously stated, I did not see all of them, unfortunately. I showed up a little late. The show itself was a late show. Doors opened at 8. Started at 9, and I was hungry, so I went and got some tacos first. That's okay. It was a late show, guys. It was a late show. I'm sorry. I was running behind, but I did get to catch 2 openers that really impressed me. One, Rakim Al-Jabbar. He's making his way on up the Dallas scene. If you're around, you know that he won a previous showcase called The One, which was also put on my Premier Live. But he won that showcase by a landslide. He was able to take home about $5,000, and ever since then, I've been hearing a little bit more buzz from him throughout the city. So that's a good look, but that's not what we're talking about. He showed up, he did his thing. He's a big guy with a big voice, and it comes over really well. I really like his whole showcase. bars for days, like bars for days, but he's not gonna beat you down with the bars, but you gonna get them. So I like him. He also brought out a Flowzilla, I want to say is her name. We just recently did another showcase called The One. She actually won that one. So it was good to see them both on stage celebrating, doing their thing. They're both very talented, know how to work well with one another, especially on stage. They really will when it comes to live performances, which I can appreciate. And yeah, that's Rakim Al-Jabbar. This is a white guy dancing to Rakim Al-Jabbar. Next on our list of openers is Moses the Great. And once again, another guy that I'm thoroughly impressed with. He also won a talent showcase some time ago with Premier Live and has been working his career ever since. I never really heard any of his music, seen him perform, just heard the name. And I was shocked because the guy was actually really good. He's a real animated type of guy with his flow. He worked the crowd, made sure he went from one side to the next. And like I said, he really made some good music. He can spit. He definitely has the bars. Like Rakim Al-Jabbar, he's a big guy with a big voice, so you can really understand him clearly. And he definitely had the crowd rocking with him.
Now I gotta make sure you hear me, so turn me up. I tell them that they gotta make way, cause I'm here and I got something to say. Turn me up. I'm making that revolution music, something that you won't be in tune with. So turn me up. I need you to turn me up. Turn me up.
So lastly, we take a look at our headlining act, Royce the 5'9".
The crowd ring the alarm. The caterpillar is firing. Oh, we in a war, but butterflies keep dying. Hands up, come on. This right here for the number one shit with your number one.
If you don't know, Royce the 5'9" is currently on tour promoting his most recent album, Book of Ryan, which is actually a pretty good project. Now, don't let me lie, I've never been like the biggest fan of Royce the 5'9". I've always respected what he could do, his talent, I understand that. Never really been a big fan, but I will say I'm a fan of him more now after seeing the show for sure. I knew I was going in expecting, you know, hippity hop, you know, boom bap type show. He's gonna give you the bars, but no, he actually like put on a show. He was up there sweating and he put it all out there, and I could really see that. And at the same time, he was still giving you those bars, so you got the best of both worlds. Speaking of crowds, he really brought out a lot of white people. I didn't realize a lot of white people were on the Royce the 5'9" like that, so that was really shocking to me. I'm always used to seeing more, you know, white people at shows than black people. That's nothing new, but to see the amount at this particular show who knew the words, that was something, definitely something to see. The only other thing though about that particular crowd, they don't know bars, I guess. I found that they were hooping and hollering before the punchline, so I don't get it, how they like them so much, but to each his own. I thought that was pretty funny though. Also, he took out the time to show his humble side. He made a small tribute to XXX, gave a moment of silence. Take a look.
But when it comes to respect, the last thing I would ever do is disrespect the dead. Everybody put a motherfucking lighter in the sky.
Get 'em up.
Cell phone in the sky for the late, great XXX Tentacion. And let's have a moment of silence for him. We gotta stop trying to live these fucking raps. We gotta stop fucking killing each other. We gotta stop all this motherfucking senseless violence and these motherfuckers trying to impress motherfuckers who ain't got nothing. We gotta take this hip hop shit back. And let's have this shit on some reality shit again. Let's have some motherfucking fun again.
Another humble gesture that I noticed from Royce the 5'9", he brought his blood brother out, Kid Vicious, to perform with him. Actually gave him a whole lot of shine. I was surprised to see that a lot of the crowd actually knew who he was as well. But he definitely came out there, did a freestyle. People enjoyed it. He was a hype man throughout the show, but definitely was a good artist in his own right. Now, I will have to say there was a downside to the concert with Royce in particular. Luckily, it didn't have anything to do with the show, but my guy didn't have any merch, man. If you're gonna go on tour, bring some merch for us. Now, I've never been a fan of merch per se, but definitely was looking forward to having some of this to wear on the show. If you didn't notice, that's kind of what I do. I like to get a piece of merch from each show from that artist and wear it, but this time around we didn't have any, nor did we have any on episode 3 with Lil Baby. So hopefully on the next go around, the artist will bring some merch. I can wear it on the show. All right, you guys. Now on to something a little bit more personal. I hate to do it on this show, but it's my show, and I'm glad you're watching, and this is what we're going to do. So if you follow me on Instagram, then you will know that a lot of the times I post a lot of dope photos, and I feel that the artists that I shoot for, usually the headlining artists, find that they are dope as well. Thank you. I really do appreciate that. But could you please tag me in those photos? Now, a lot of you may be saying, well, why don't you just watermark the photos? I mean, because I don't want to watermark my photos. I think they take away from the photos. And any photographer will likely tell you the same. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some photographers who have really, really, really dope watermarks that they put on there. But at the same time, a lot of those photographers as well are already on. People recognize that, so it's easy to find them. At this point in my career, my photography career, when I put work out there, you won't know my logo just yet. So I can put it on there, but you still can't find me. So I would just appreciate the tag. It don't cost anything. I'm not asking for anything in return outside of just the tag. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get my exposure up just like they were when they were up and coming artists as well. And also, think about it. How mad would an artist be if they did a feature for somebody on someone's album, and then the album comes out, they're on the album, but you look at the credits and they're not mentioned on there? Think about it. It really just doesn't make sense. The work that they go through to get the photos. So think about it. When you screenshot a photo on Instagram, you got to screenshot it, right? You can't just post it just like that. You have to go to your camera roll. Go to your camera roll, then upload it to Instagram, find whatever silly caption that you may want at the time, and then post it. But you can't take the 2 seconds just to tag the person that you stole it from. Or some may say, oh man, I got the repost app, man. I don't even have to screenshot it. Well, you're paying $6 to steal people's photos. You might as well tag us. Like, I just don't get it. I'm not bitter. I'm in no way mad. I just want to understand. It's kind of a lot, isn't it? Yeah, I would say so myself. So tag a few of those artists, point them out, and just ask them, you know, what's the issue with tagging photos? Now, granted, it may not actually be the artist, so I don't want to put this all on the artist, because a lot of times they may not run their Instagrams and things like that. It's somebody on the team. So we can tag them too. Let's figure this thing out. Let's get to the bottom of this. Somebody asked me what I thought in general. I told them, hey, I put out their dope work. They just trying to keep their dope work to themselves, and I believe that. So, but tell me what you think. I want to know what you think. Comment, subscribe, share. I want to get you all's opinion. And that's it for the show. I didn't get anybody to hit me back about my dog here. You know, I still need some artwork for my dog. Something to spice it up. Still just got hustle bands on here. Shout out to Rashid. But with that being said, we're going to get out of here. Like I said, make sure you subscribe, like, comment, share. Tell your mama, your baby mama, her baby daddy too. Thank you and good night.
Say 5-9, 5-9. Say 5-9, 5-9. Say 5-9, 5-9. Come on, I'm the Virgil Smith, what's it? I'm the low with 6 feet, split, I'm with a lick, quick expression, you hear it tick, tick, do you test it? Shady.